Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Right to the air is Rodgers. And his first pass is incomplete. You talk about this Rams defense. They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to look at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Rodgers now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense holds on the night's opening drive. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give, it's Jackson. Touchdown, Allen! A great effort there. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Rams put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Point after try forthcoming. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out.
Here's a diving catch right side. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each. Every year, and it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Motion man is Shakir. First down, and it's Pollard again. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. From the 20, here's second down and 5. Rodgers directing traffic, going to change the play. Second and 5. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Out of the gun to give to Pollard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Open man right side is Rice. This will wind up a loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. To throw is Rodgers. He'll try to do it himself. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. We're a little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a gain.
Now 2nd and 5. They'll run again with Jackson. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Well, the Rams at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all three phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
They run on first down with Jackson. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. You look at this Niner defense. And right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Young will set to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Jackson. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
On the give, here comes Jackson. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard
The
line.
Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Jackson. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Young here, you can see changing the play. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ward. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And now they'll audible to something else. They'll run it with Jackson. Well, they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 23-yard line.
They run again with Jackson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 78 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. It's Young off play action. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. On the run, this is Jackson. He will push his way down to about the 14. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. The backfield empties out. It's 3rd and 7. Now Young. That's complete. And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out.
Jackson fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And this time he is in. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Rams go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll... this out to the 35-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The first carry now. This is Johnson. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Niners are back within a score. Extra point attempt to come here. And that one makes it 14-7. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now Young. It's Jackson again on the reception. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
To throw, Young. It's caught by Jackson. And he's going to be shoved out, but not before he gets this down to the 20-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Young now. And that'll be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Young. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Rams are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Now Young going to move him around. No signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
And now an audible here into something else.
Looking to throw. Young trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
They will look to throw. Montana. Screen play. Johnson. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Motion man is Shakir.
Here's Montana to throw. He finds his man, Pollard. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Operating out of the gun, here's Montana. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly is another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Shotgun. Here's Montana. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the 49ers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours. Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Touchdown, LA! A big play there. 77 yards. And the Rams come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive in the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
The tackle is at his own 49.
Toss wide side. This is Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on third down.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throw inside, completion to Rice. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 21. separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 180 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Young, he's going to change it up.
On 3rd down, this is Jackson.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now a give, it's Jackson. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. They'll try to throw now. Young.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams have broken our tie as they take the lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
Devontae Smith on the return. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
They go play action with Montana. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
3rd and 19.
To throw is Montana. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
So how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Going to try to throw for it with Montana. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. That was a pretty good job by the defense, I thought, right? I mean, they had to go to their check down, but still were able to get it done for the first.
Agreed. Anytime you can force him to come back to a receiver that's a little bit shorter in the route, you've done your job on defense, but still, they pick up the first down and get a fresh set.
Huge 4th down conversion.
Montana sensing something. He'll change the play.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Here's a screen now for Pollard.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Motion man right is Rice. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time.
We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Montana. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jennings.
Number 82. A gain of 13 yards. And the 49ers first down.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
2nd down and 6 now.
It's now 2nd and 6.
A quick throw caught by Rice.
What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Second down, Pollard again.
And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Niners are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Boy, what a start to the week this has been. All tied fourth quarter as the kicks away. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. They'll start here with Jackson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 18-yard line.
On the carry, it's Jackson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Young to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. Teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Montana. Quick hitch, complete. It's Johnson. Throwing again on 2nd down. Montana. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down.
Off the draw. Here's Johnson. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
Back to throw here.
Quick slant to Shakir.
And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Here's 1st and 10.
They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Here comes 2nd down.
To the outside, this is complete to Jackson. But only able to muster a gain up to the 8-yard line. Third down at 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Young here, you can see changing the play.
Throw left side, caught here by Ward. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll come up now on second down.
Second and 12 at the 15-yard line.
Here's Young. To Guyton. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's first and 10.
At the 34-yard line.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Young. And he will get a good amount of yardage back on second down, but the clock still runs. But just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches. Now Young. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. And the Niners are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
This is first and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Run with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Here's second down.
They'll set up to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Rice. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
A big play here. 3rd and 2.
They'll drop the throw. And he is caught. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. So it's the Rams who are going to get the football first as we are back underway here in overtime. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they get the ball first here in this overtime period. Remember, even if they score a touchdown, it's not over. There's always a chance to go and score a touchdown the other way, but they can certainly get a leg up with a solid drive here.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now he's going to step up and run.
Oh, and it's intercepted. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
What a big-time interception that is here on the first drive of overtime. And now, Charles, they're already knocking on the door with a short field. Remember, all they need is 3 points to win this game.
And that thinking just can't limit them on offense. The playbook should still be wide open. Get a first down, maybe two. Do it safely. Nice throws that your quarterback can make. Nice runs that your running backs like. But make sure you get yourself in position and let your kicker have at it.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on second down.
They will look to throw. Montana.
Complete on the comeback route. That's Shakir.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when a screen pass is taken away, you're talking just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over. But he ended up finding another receiver.
Here is 3rd and 5.
There's that man again. It's complete.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Where they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line.
47 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There was absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Here's Montana to throw. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
Well, things started off exciting. This one had a high-scoring first half.
7070 Collins. We in Miami and we ballin'. She let dollar pull up as we mobbin'. Every time I'm in the city, we be locked in. Ay, locked in. Ball Harbor, take you shopping. Nikki Beach, we in the water. Free up, make it hotter. 2 a.m., we ended up at Liz.